All right, it's a new year, so it's of course time for some new gear. This year I am hiking the Continental Divide Trail. It's 3,000 miles, starting at the Canadian border, heading south through Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, all the way to the Mexico border. So 3,000 miles across the United States. I'm hiking the Benton Mackaye Trail in the southern Appalachian Mountains. I'm hiking the Florida Trail starting in like 5 days or something. Anyway, so a lot of good hikes planned this year, and hopefully this new gear is going to be great on that stuff too. So let's get into it. Starting out, one of the things I'm most excited for, which I'll be using on the Continental Divide Trail, you're probably already familiar with an Ursack. It's a bear-resistant food bag that can withstand the forces of a grizzly bear. But maybe you haven't heard of Adotec. Adotec Gear has made their own grizzly bear food bag. I'm going to be using this on the Continental Divide Trail because it goes through grizzly country for about 700 miles. It is approved by the Interagency Grizzly Bear Committee, which is kind of fun. There's a video on their website of a bear trying to get into this food bag unsuccessfully. You've probably seen Ursacks. I know that I've been seeing a lot more of them on trails that don't even have grizzly bears because people just want that comfort and that safety of having a food bag that a bear cannot get into. It's a really, really easy way to protect your food that doesn't involve trying to throw a rock 100 feet up into a tree unsuccessfully 1,000 times every night. So anyway, I already have an Ursack, so why the heck do I want one of these as well? Well, this has taken what the Ursack does and it's just like improved upon it in every way. First of all, it's 2 ounces lighter. So the Adotec Bear Bag weighs 6.7 ounces, whereas my Ursack weighs 8.5 ounces. So 2 ounces lighter. That's not super significant, but every ounce counts, as we know. So another way they've improved on it is the shape. You can see that these are pretty drastically different shapes. What that means is that this one is going to be really easy to dig down and actually get to the food you want. You know, whereas with the Ursack, it's so long and so skinny, when you have food at the bottom of it, it's like a near impossibility to get to if you're doing like even a 4-day hike. And then the other big thing is, you know, the Ursack just doesn't fit in a backpack well. You know, whereas the Adotec is much more similar to the shape of a backpack and is going to fit in a backpack much better. Instead of feeling like you just have this round cylinder pressing against your back, you know, this one is a lot more square, and I think that's great. So anyway, this is the Adotec Grizzly Bear Bag, and yeah, I'm really excited for it. It's what I'm going to be using on the Continental Divide Trail, and it's what I'm going to be trusting my food with at night when I'm camping. So the next item is what I'm wearing. This is a fleece jacket. It's made by Mountain Hardwear, and it's made of a fabric called Octa. It's not the most popular fabric out there, but I think it's probably going to grow in popularity as more people use it. It's definitely been around for a little while now, but I think it's super cool. Everyone's been kind of going nuts the past few years over Alpha, and for good reason. Alpha is awesome. Actually, 1 second. So here is an Alpha 90 fleece by Farpoint. You know, this fleece I believe weighs like 4.2 ounces, which is extremely light, and it's quite warm for that weight. So, you know, why did I get a new fleece? I like Alpha. Alpha's great. I've been using it for the past like 4,000 miles or something of my hiking. And I really liked it, I really enjoyed it, but I still can't help but wonder, is there something even better? So this Octa fleece, the Airmesh by Mountain Hardwear, is what I'm trying next. So initial impressions, what I like a lot about it, I mean, first off, it's really lightweight. This Alpha fleece weighs like 4.2 ounces, whereas this Mountain Hardwear one weighs, I think, 5.1, so we're talking less than 1 ounce of a difference. It looks like it's going to be quite durable. It's a very, very like comfortable, loose fit. So I feel like it could have been even lighter, but it's kind of nice. I like the loose fit. You know, it's comfortable actually wearing it. So anyway, the Mountain Hardwear Airmesh hoodie, so far, really liking it, and I think I'm going to use this on every hike this year, about 5,000 miles, and we're going to see how it does. But so far, I am very optimistic about it. Now, next up for stuff I got, if you've been following this channel for a while, then you know that I really like all the data and the statistics, and I like tracking my hikes, and in a big way, I do that with a smartwatch. For the past couple of years, I've been using a Coros Pace 2, and I have loved it. I have tracked every single day of my thru hiking for the past 2 years with my Coros Pace 2. It's been wonderful. You know, after the trail, I have this great memento of here's where I camped every single night, here's how far I went, here's where I was on this day. And then when I'm hiking as well, the smartwatch shows me how well I am sleeping, how stressed maybe I was on a certain day. It shows me my pace, my heart rate, and you know, these things I can kind of use to then gamify my hiking a little bit better to feel better personally and physically, but also sometimes make it more fun. So this year I decided to upgrade. I still went with Coros because Coros is known for big battery life. So advertised, the Pace 2 has about 30 to 40 hours of battery life. The Coros Vertix has about 150 hours of battery life. So now we're talking not just 3 days of tracking before I have to recharge my watch. So basically, I don't ever have to touch it when I'm on trail. I don't ever have to worry about taking battery life off of my precious external battery, which I use for my phone and my navigation and my camera, to charge my watch. Battery life was the biggest factor for me, and Coros has been great. So now for the Continental Divide Trail, I got a new shelter. In the past, I've always used tarps. I love tarp camping. It's just so freeing to kind of feel like I am exposed to the elements because I'm not just in this totally enclosed and closed off shelter away from the world. But I felt like it was time for change. I've kind of the past few years been dreaming of something different. This is what I've been dreaming of. This is a Zpacks flat tarp. It's made out of Dyneema fabric, just like my other one. But this one is 8.5 by 10 feet long. So whereas my last one was 7 feet by 9 feet, this one is just a little bit bigger. So I basically, I don't know, in a way upgraded to a slightly larger tarp, which is going to be safer, more comfortable, and hopefully more fun because it's bigger and I can origami it into different ways that the 7x9 just couldn't do because it's a little smaller. So I have set the tarp up a couple times now, just trying it out and stuff. It doesn't come with guy lines attached to it, so I cut off the guy lines that I want. I put that on. I have 2 9-foot guy lines for the ridge line. I have 4 6-foot guy lines for all of the corners, and then I have 6 3-foot guy lines for all the little extra tie-outs and things. So 8.6 ounces, that's including 12 guy lines. So anyway, 8.5 by 10-foot tarp by Zpacks, made out of Dyneema, and I'm super stoked to be getting really deep back into the tarp camping this year. Now, if you watched my videos last year, you know that I was really enjoying Tenkara fly fishing. For those who are unfamiliar, Tenkara fly fishing is a very minimalist and simple way to go fishing, and it is perfect for hiking because this is it. I think it packs down to like 20 inches, so it easily fits in the side pocket of your pack. I think this one weighs 3.1 ounces, and then it telescopes out to 12 feet. So 20 inches all the way out to 12 feet. So it gets really long, where you can use it in big lakes to fish, you can use it in larger rivers, and when you get better at it, you can use it in a lot of tighter streams and stuff like that too to be fishing. So the simplicity is just incredible. The lightweight, the compactness of it, the minimalism of it is perfect for backpacking. So this was the one I used last year. This is the Dragon Tail Shadow Fire. It's a 12-foot rod, and I really liked it. So then, if I really like this one, it's made in the US, and it's certainly enjoyable and works great, then why did I get this one? Well, the first reason is the TenkaraUSA Sato is a little bit lighter weight, not by much, but just a tiny amount. The Dragon Tail one is 3.1 ounces, whereas the TenkaraUSA Sato is 2.8. But the big reason that I got this one, instead of just continuing to use my other one into oblivion, is this one has multiple different lengths. So at its shortest length, it's about 11 feet. So an 11-foot rod. And then I can extend that further. So here we are at 12 feet instead of 11 feet. And then I can extend it even further to about 13 feet. So this one is going to offer me more flexibility, because sometimes I'd get to a lake with this one and the lake was quite large and I wanted a little bit of extra reach. So 13 feet is going to be a little bit better for that. And then also being able to close it down and bring it down to just 11 feet, it's going to be a little bit better for smaller streams too. So depending on the situation, depending on the body of water, this one is going to offer more flexibility. So anyway, the TenkaraUSA Sato, I'm really stoked for it. It's a little bit lighter weight. It packs down to the same size, but it's going to be a lot more flexible. You know, imagine you get to this most beautiful campsite that's on a lake, that's on a nice river, and in 3 minutes you can be out fishing. Now, speaking of short trips, the past like 4 years or something, I've been on the quest for the perfect day pack. Every pack I tried, which I tried a lot, you know, from Patagonia, from the North Face, from Black Diamond, from all sorts of different companies, and they all had so many features and things about them that I didn't like or that I wish they had. So this year I bought the Mini Joey by Palante Packs, and a very popular day pack these days is the Black Diamond Distance 15. This pack is what the Distance 15 wishes it was. I had the Distance, and it's nice, but this pack just feels like it improves upon it in every way. So it's got the big running vest style straps. It's got the multiple sternum straps, so I can really have it hug my body and keep it close to me. So I'll use this for long runs or really long day hikes. Because it is so secure and attached to me, I'll use this for like peak bagging or scrambling. You know, it's got these ginormous pockets on the front. I keep snacks, headphones, and just all sorts of little things in there. So the Mini Joey so far has been awesome. I've been taking it on day hikes and really have enjoyed it, and feel like it just improves upon other day packs in like every single way. I think it's a really cool design. I think it looks really sleek, and I really have enjoyed all the features of it so far. So in the past, I've always been a huge proponent of fanny packs or waist packs, hip packs, whatever you want to call them. And I got a new one. This one I think is like the most nice looking one I've ever had. It's got a lot of cool features. This is the Peak Design Outdoor Sling 2-liter. I can fit like a nice digital camera in there, no problem. I can fit my phone in there. I can fit snacks in there, headphone in there. Right now I have a little tripod, my headphones. Fanny packs are just awesome to make the little gear that you want throughout the day more accessible. Here it is right in front of me. I can easily unzip it and be, you know, using my tripod in just a couple of seconds, and instead of having to dig through my pack for those same things. And if you're a thru hiker on the Appalachian Trail or Pacific Crest Trail, it's nice that you can leave your backpack in the hotel and then go out on the town and have everything you want right here in the fanny pack. So yeah, the Peak Design Outdoor Sling looks great. It's got awesome little organizational pockets all throughout the inside, so items aren't just getting fully jumbled up. Yeah, super sleek, and I really like it so far. Like I said, it's like the nicest fanny pack that I've ever had. So anyway, that's all my gear for this year. That's the stuff I'm going to be using on the Continental Divide Trail, the Florida Trail, the Benton Mackaye Trail that is new. So in 2025, I'm hoping to hike 5,000 miles, and this is some of the stuff that I'm going to be bringing with me. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you out on trail this year.